The Knicks and the Celtics square off for Game 4 tonight at MSG. Boston won a much-needed Game 3 Saturday at the Garden, trouncing New York 115-93. Heading into tonight's matchup, the Celtics are 6.5-point favorites. That, according to ESPN Bet. Stephen A., what chance do you have to win Game 4?
I'm giving them about 20%.
Okay.
I'm thinking that if Jalen Brunson explodes, they keep this tight. Palms might get sweaty. And as a result, Boston could be had, potentially. But I'm definitely giving Boston an 80% chance to win. They are the better team. They do have the better players. They have the more seasoned players. They're the reigning defending NBA champions. And Brown and Tatum, we know what they bring to the table. Can't say enough about Pritchard this year. Drew Holiday, no personality whatsoever. I mean, it's the quiet storm that he was. Did you see this brother? Did you see this brother, Wendy and Jay? Did you see this brother pull out of Austin Powers after he made a three? The spy who shagged me. Did you see him do that? I mean, hilarious. I mean, this is Drew Holiday coming out with personality. Love Drew Holiday. Love Derek White. Love old man Horford. They're the better team, and they're the champions. Does it mean they can't be beat? No, because they can beat themselves. Relying too much on the three, making the wrong basketball decisions, turning the ball over at inopportune times. All of those things play a role. But in the end, they are the better team. And what we saw from them for the better part of these 3 games is emblematic of who they are compared to the New York Knicks. The New York Knicks are going to have to slay a giant, per se, in order to win tonight's Game 4. I give them 20% chance.
When the ball goes up at the opening tip, I think Celtics 90% chance to win. But if we get to 5 minutes in the fourth quarter and it's within 5 points, now we've got a different conversation altogether. Now it's 50-50 at best, and frankly, it might be 51-49 in favor of the Knicks because they handle their business under pressure. Jalen Brunson handles his business, and the Celtics don't always do it. So the goal for the New York Knicks tonight is to get it to 5 points at 5 minutes, or, 8 points at 8 minutes, something like that. Make the Celtics think about their life in the fourth quarter. They are so good that they can knock you out long before that. So that's the thing. If the Celtics get up by 20, claw it back to 12. The Celtics got up by 17 midway through the third, claw it down to 10. That's got to be the Knicks game plan. So that's what I'm going to watch. I'll let Boston come out of the gate and hit 6 out of 7 threes or whatever. Just stay attached and give yourself a chance.
I'll give it 5 to 10%. I don't know if tonight is a game where you can let Boston come out and get a 20-point lead again.
Can't.
You have to have a better. I hear you, Wendy, but you can't keep getting yourselves into these holes and then try to claw your way out of the trenches. I think you got to meet them right at the bat in a street fight. And the question always comes down to conditioning. Like, with the amount of time you play, can you sustain in a game of this magnitude? And I'll say this. Well, I think New York has a chance. It's going to take a Herculean performance by Jalen Brunson and company to do it. But even if you get it to single digits and it's close within 5, I still give the advantage to Boston just because of the fact they're on the road. I know that sounds crazy to say out loud, but this team just has an easier feel to them. I don't know if it's because it's like them against all odds, or they just come together more. Even seeing the level of attentiveness that they all have to Joe Mazzulla on the sideline every single possession when they play on the road, it's just different. It feels different. So I think right from the gate, they have to make it a fight.
Can we just look at the New York Knicks and say, hey, pretty please, we should go on top. Can you not get down by 20?
That's what every game.
I mean, could you not get down by 20? Damn it, we'll spot you 10. All right, we'll take a 10-point deficit. Could you please not go down by 20? It's a damn shame that we got to ask that. But every single game, they've been down by 20. They lost to the Boston Celtics 4 times during the regular season. Boston's had their way with them, okay? I'm just saying, try to avoid the huge deficit so you can make Boston potentially tight as the game wanes. Y'all got it at 5. You got it at 5 to 10%. Wendy's got it at 10%. I've got it at 20%, but it's for the same identical reasons. We know who the superior team is, and we know what the New York Knicks have to do to win.
All right. I'm good to go? Okay. Mitchell Robinson had a tough day at the free throw line, converting just 4 of 12 attempts. He opened the game by missing his first 5 and showed clear signs of frustration, especially after an air ball late in the opening quarter. Here's Mitchell Robinson on his critics.
I know y'all commenting and doing all the stupid stuff, thinking that I really care. I really don't. Y'all know what I care about. This playing basketball and my daughter. All the other stuff I really don't care for.
Okay, cares about his truck, playing basketball, and his daughter. Stephen A., I might have went daughter first. How do you feel about these comments from Robinson?
Stupid, idiotic. I strongly dislike them for several reasons. Number one, first things first, Molly, piggybacking off of your stuff.
The coughing?
You might have wanted to mention your daughter first.
Oh.
Before the truck. Before a truck. Okay, that's number one. Number two, stop lying to the American public. Clearly you care, because that's why you went on video to say what you had to say. So you clearly care, okay? Number three, how about looking in the mirror? You're a career 52.2% free throw shooter, okay? This year, you were a little bit better at 68%. But in this series, you're 7 for 23. You are a 30% free throw shooter. That is horrific. That is bad. And so New York Knicks fans looking at you, which, by the way, you deserve some credit, because while everybody on the New York Knicks is a minus on the court, Karl-Anthony Towns, minus 13, Jalen Brunson, minus 15, Mikal Bridges, minus 22, Josh Hart, minus 25, OG Anunoby, minus 37. Mitchell Robinson is a plus 29. The Knicks are a plus 29 when Mitchell Robinson is on the court. How about focusing on what you need to do better to help the team win? Because when you think about your free throw shooting, it's the one thing they can point to about you, but it's a very flagrant and real and substantive thing. To be 30% from the free throw line, to have Joe Mazzulla employing a hack of Mitchell philosophy, just to send you to the free throw line to derail momentum that the New York Knicks may be gaining. It's a killjoy. You have to know this. And instead of pointing to the fans, knowing that this is a fan base that hasn't won since 1973, how about asking yourself, what have you legitimately done to help this team overcome its doldrums? And look at that, instead of getting caught up in your feelings and responding on social media. I didn't like it at all.
I was surprised to see this, because I kind of felt like the Knicks fans are in love with Mitch right now. The sentiment that he had in the Garden, it was amazing. In fact, not only they stood up when Mitch was at the line, they stood up and cheered for him, not a Bronx cheer. They were encouraging him because they know how important he is. By the way, the fact that Joe Mazzulla is fouling him, it's not just to have him shoot free throws.